top 3 YouTube ads for realtors in 2025 aren't what you think. If you're running or thinking about running YouTube ads, you probably notice you get a ton of clicks, but zero opt-in, zero leads, or it just feels way too complicated. In this video, I'm going to show you the 3 ad frameworks that actually work after spending over $100,000 on YouTube ads to realtors. Plus, stick around till the end because I'm going to go through my exact split testing framework so you can consistently add 2 to 3 listings every single month. Now, every high converting seller ad is going to follow the same proven structure. So what I want you to do before you even think about running YouTube ads, or look at your YouTube ads now and make sure you're following this framework, and all of a sudden your listings, your leads, your deals are going to start multiplying because of it. Now, the first part is going to be the hook, right? For those of you who are familiar with video, with social media, anything like that, the hook is going to be the most important aspect. It's what Gary Vee, Alex Hormozi, all of these huge influencers and gurus say is because it is the most important part. And that's why even at the beginning of my videos, I film a separate hook because I need to show you what you're going to get from watching the video. Otherwise, you're just going to click off of it, right? So the hook is so important. You're basically qualifying prospects, speaking directly to their pain points or desire, and capturing their attention immediately. This is your make or break moment. It's that simple. If you have a poor hook, people are just going to skip your ad. They're not going to watch it, or you're going to attract the wrong type of person as well, right? Which is super important. So if you want to bring in someone looking to sell their home, but you're saying, hey, if you're in Chicago and you want to look for homes, check this video out, right? That's not speaking to a home seller, right? That was a bad example, but you want to speak directly to who you're targeting. Second is the body. This is where you want to position yourself as their trusted guide and deliver them genuine value. You want to build credibility through expertise, not sales pitches. And one thing I'll add is in this body, you want to position what you're offering, your service, your unique mechanism as unique. You need to have a unique selling proposition, and the body is where you hammer that home. You can tell stories, but you want to make it relatable specifically to them. One of the best ways you can do it is by writing down a list of your prospect's main pain points. And if you can hit pretty much all of those, the prospect, the homeowner, is going to be like, okay, this ad is speaking directly to me. It sounds like Johnny knows exactly the position I'm in. Because as a realtor, you should know that because you're the one speaking with hundreds of these homeowners every single month. Right? So that's where you want to position yourself as different, as unique. And then lastly is the close. You want to end with a simple, crystal clear call to action. You want to make the next step obvious and frictionless and just tell them what to do. Don't give them 20 options. Tell them one thing. This is what you need to do next if you're serious about selling your home. Now, remember, your body and your close do matter, but if the hook is weak, nothing else is going to work. So you can't have one without the other. The hook determines whether anyone even reads beyond the first line. So you could have the best body, the best close in the world, but if you can't even get them to stay till that much, it's not going to matter. Right? It's just like in business in general. What it comes down to is booking appointments, closing appointments, and then fulfilling them results. So for realtors, booking listing appointments, closing listing appointments, getting the listing, and then actually selling the home, right? You can't sell homes if you don't have appointments. You can't get appointments if you're not booking, or you can't get listings if you're not booking appointments, right? So you can't have one without the other. The hook, body, and close is the same way. If you're interested in running YouTube ads to get highly motivated sellers on your calendar every single month to get you 2 to 3 listings a month, go check below, book a free strategy call with me. But the 3 best seller ad angles are as follows. Angle 1 is the home value / equity value, right? So this is just a proven real estate offer. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. That's something you don't want to do unless you fully tap into your niche and you fully saturate your market, which if you're watching this, odds are you haven't. Right. So this is such a proven offer. It works in any market, but it really depends on the way you position it. So a lot of people go out and say, hey, if you're thinking of selling a home, if you're thinking of selling your home, see what your home's worth, or hey, see what your home's worth. But when you position it like that, people come in just because they're curious what their home's worth. So a huge part is you need to position it in a way where they know this is personalized and it's actually something specific to them. Right? So the secret is you want to avoid generic automated valuations. You want to make it personal and location specific, and ideally add some urgency in there. So hey, based on what's happening in Chicago, your home's value may surprise you. And we'll actually give you a personalized breakdown, not just a computer estimate, so you can see exactly what your home would sell for in today's market. Right? So that's a lot stronger than, hey, if you're thinking of selling, see what your home's worth. Right? Because you're just the less you say, the less friction there is for someone to opt in, and the less friction, the lower quality leads you're going to get coming through. right? So this angle is always going to work because all homeowners are naturally curious about their biggest assets, current worth, but you also need to basically position it in a way where this is only for serious homeowners and it's also not automated, not generic. Because what happens a lot of times and why the home valuation gets a bad rep is because people run it on like Facebook or something, then they click on it and then you call them and they say, "Oh, I was just kind of curious what my home is worth." It's because you're running like a generic image ad where you can't really convey any message. You can't actually put any context behind your message, right? And that's what makes it so hard. And that's why you're watching this, because you realize YouTube ads are 50 times better than YouTube ads are 50 times better than Facebook ads. Sorry, just blanked out there. But it's all based on how you position it. Positioning is more important than what you're actually offering, right? It's why like people selling you Facebook ads, they always position it as they have some new automated proprietary lead gen system to get you motivated sellers on your calendar, even though it's literally just Facebook ads, right? It's pretty much what 99% of people do. Obviously, me, I do things different. I'm much better than them. I do YouTube ads, obviously, if you're watching this. But yeah, that's just an example. It's always how you position it, right? Now, the second angle is the ebook slash resource offer. I personally love this. This is more going to be a middle funnel offer where the different stages of the marketing funnel or awareness is top of funnel, middle funnel, and bottom of funnel. Now, middle funnel people are ones that know that they have a problem and they're in the market to look for a solution sometime soon. So they know they need to sell their home. They know they want to get more money for it, and they know the problems that they have with selling their home. So usually it's they don't know how to market it and stuff like that. So you want to write an offer that has value specific to them. So offer them genuine insights like 7 things to know before selling in Chicago in 2025 or market specific selling guides. You want to qualify prospects. So homeowners who download this guide are raising their hand as potential sellers. They're researching this because they're considering a move. Again, the middle funnel stage is people who are actively in the market and considering a move. So if we need to speak to those people specifically, because you can have a really broad ebook on, hey, how to sell your home for more money. Of course, everyone's going to get that, but you're not speaking directly. You're not speaking to a specific type of person, a specific pain point, right? So you're not going to bring in as qualified or as motivated of a seller. And lastly, something like we put together a quick guide with the top 7 mistakes homeowners make before listing and how to avoid them, right? This is super strong here. You're speaking directly to someone who is a homeowner and they're looking to list their home, and you're speaking to their pain points as well. Pain points actually do better than goals. So if you can tell people to avoid mistakes rather than sell their home for more money, a lot of times the avoiding the mistakes is going to do better. Because the analogy I like is like if Michael Phelps was swimming, on one end he was swimming for a gold medal, but then on the other end he had a shark behind him chasing him. Which do you think he's going to swim faster with? Of course, the shark behind him, right? It's the same thing here. You want to show them what they're missing or what they're running from. And you want to hit their pain points and speak directly to those because it's going to make them feel more motivated. And that's what motivates someone more than an end goal. So keep that in mind. Now, the framework positions you as the helpful expert as well while identifying the motivated prospects organically, right? Because what you do with it, and because this is in the form of an ebook or a resource, so not only are you speaking directly to their pain points, but it's also really good for staying top of mind. Because when you teach someone something, they remember that. They remember what they learned from you or how you made them feel. And if they can correlate, hey, this agent helped me solve my problem around selling my home, they're going to go with you when they want to sell their home, right? If they remember, oh yeah, I got this really helpful resource. I read through it like 5-6 times from this agent. When they are ready to sell, who do you think they're going to give a call? Obviously, the person who provided them value over and over. And that's really what it comes down to is you're building trust with these people where you're staying top of mind, even if they don't convert now. But when they do, they're going to go with you because you actually provided them value. Now, the third angle is retargeting slash authority. So this is perfect for warm audiences who already know you. With these, you want to focus on social proof, case studies, and recent success stories. Now, retargeting is basically targeting the people who are already familiar with you, who already interacted with your ad. So with these people who are already familiar with you, you want to showcase recent wins. So highlight specific local sales you've done that are similar, that are close to them, maybe in their neighborhood, especially those above asking price or quick closes, because that's of course what these sellers want. That's the dream outcome. Second, you want to build trust. So show real results from neighbors because this creates powerful social proof that computer generated ads just can't match, right? Especially if you have video testimonials of your clients, that's an amazing thing to do because people like seeing people like them getting results. It makes it way more valuable for me. I feel like if I see someone like me sell their home for top dollar, they talk like me, they look like me, they sound like me, I'm gonna trust them a lot more because they remind me of myself. So if you can do that and like build trust with these people, the more specific, the better. And last, you want to close the loop, which is perfect for retargeting campaigns to convert previous ad viewers into actual leads. So a lot of times people are going to see your ads, they're not going to click, they're not going to go through right away. But if they're watching it, we can identify those people with YouTube and retarget someone who's watched, let's say 25% or more of that initial ad and create a specific audience only targeting those people, where then the message is a lot more specific, it's a lot shorter, but it's more clear. Hey, if you're thinking of selling your home, we have this and this offer, something along those lines. Or you can say, hey, here's 3 families we recently helped sell in Chicago, all above asking. You can go list the exact examples there, and you can be like, hey, using this strategy, we helped these 3 families sell for, we helped the Johnson sell for 45,000 over asking price in X days. We did this, and this to the home to do that. And then also the Freemans, we did this, and this, right? Just as an example, right? And then what you want to do is, of course, tie it back to a call to action. We need them actually converting. So you want to show this social proof, build this trust, show these wins, but then have a call to action to get them to take the next step, because we don't just want to spend money to get eyeballs. We actually want to get conversions. That's what's going to make you money. Now here's my exact split testing system, which if you don't know what that is, I'm going to give you guys so much valuable insight right here. But split testing is basically what you need to do if you're ever going to run ads, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, whatever you do, you always need to be split testing. So for my one-on-one clients, I split test constantly, different ads, different audiences, different landing pages, all that sort of stuff. But if you're doing it yourself, here's the simplest way that you can do it, and I just broke it down for you. So stop guessing what works. You need to use this framework to identify your winning ads consistently. So first of all is the launch phase. You want to create 3 to 5 different hook variations and launch them all at the same time with the same budget. You want to test different pain points, benefits, and approaches. Basically, each hook should be saying something different, should have a different angle, so you can find what angle works best. Second is the investment period. You want to let each variation spend 2 to 3 times your target cost per lead. Now your target cost per lead, I'm not going to go through that in this video. You calculate it based on your market, based on the average home price, because a lead in Miami is going to be more expensive than a lead in St. Paul, Minnesota, for example. Right? Now, the other part with this is you don't touch anything for 7 to 10 days minimum. I would say 10 to 14 days, right? If you're not as experienced. I usually touch stuff within 5 to 7 days or so, but I don't touch it the first couple of days, right? That's a huge mistake I see agents making is they get this data, they spend $40 in their ads, and they say, oh, this one's not getting a lot of clicks, let's just stop it right there. But if you do that, you're literally shooting yourself in the foot because you're just making an emotional decision. If you're gonna run ads and you're that tight on cash, I wouldn't even run ads in the first place, right? The point of ads is you put money in to get money out. You're expecting when you frame it like this, you're realistically expecting you're gonna spend $40 and get 3 listing appointments coming through, right? Even if you say, oh, I'm not expecting that, I just want to get good clicks, but the clicks don't matter. You need to make it all based off of data. So find your target cost per lead and just don't touch it until it spends 2 to 3 times that. So if your target cost per lead is $50, let each ad spend $100 to $150 before you even touch it. And that's what you need to do when you're running ads, especially ads like this, where YouTube ads take a bit longer to get going. That's what I've noticed. Third is the evaluation window. So after 10 to 14 days, you want to review the performance data objectively. Emotions and hunches don't matter, only results do. So stop thinking, oh, this ad, I don't like this ad. Just look at the data. And a lot of agents obsess over like the click-through rates, all of this sort of stuff, the cost per lead. But when I go look at their ad, they're getting a 4% click-through rate, and they're still getting garbage leads, or half the time they're not getting any opt-ins coming through in the first place. So your ad, even if you have a high click-through rate, but you're not getting opt-ins, it's probably a problem with your landing page or the messaging in your ad. So don't pay attention as much to the click-through rate. Pay attention to the metrics from right to left. Are you getting appointments? Are you getting leads? Are the leads quality? Right? And then what's the cost per lead? And then you can go look at the click-through rate and all that sort of stuff. But that should be the last thing you focus on. You want to focus on, is this making me money? If it is, then obviously it's working. You don't need to change something with it. You can obviously optimize it though, right? Then after that, this is the scale or cut phase. So the winning hooks within your target cost per lead are going to get increased budget-wise, right? So losing hooks, you want to eliminate them right away. So if it's within your target cost per lead, you want to keep it running. If it's out of there, you just cut it and pause it, right? And it's pretty straightforward, but it's something you need to do. And then lastly, you just repeat the process. You want to continue this cycle until you have consistent winners. Then you want to scale those winners aggressively. So like for example, with one of the agents I work with, one of my one-on-one clients, we've gotten I think two or three listings so far in 90 days. I haven't had to cut a single ad. We're testing 5 different ads. I've had every single one running the entire, it's been like three months or so, the entire period, because all of the ads are still within the target cost per lead. Now I have other ads, like an agent I work with in Virginia Beach. He signed a $900,000 listing a week and a half ago. He also had a $1.2 million listing appointment and had like another like $600,000 one, which it looks like he said those look really, really good. So hopefully he's going to get those. But like with him, I cut 4 of the ads. We're only running 1. And that one is just we're consistently scaling it. Now he wants to double the budget as well. But it's like that simple. Sometimes you're going to run all 5 ads. Other times you're going to cut 3, run 2. You just need to look at the data and not make emotion-based decisions. Now the formula is simple. You have winning ads equals a proven hook plus testing, really nothing more, nothing less. Stop overcomplicating it. So stop panicking when an ad doesn't work immediately. Trust the data. Think like a marketer, not a hobbyist. Now, if you are an agent doing at least 6 deals a year, you want this entire system done for you, go book a free strategy call with me below. We'll walk through all of this, and I'm going to show you exactly how this will work in your market specifically, how agents are adding over $100,000 in GCI within 4 months using this exact system. So if you are serious about scaling, you're already doing pretty good production with your business, want to scale beyond that, go check below, book a free strategy call, and I'll chat with you soon.